If you've been searching for an air fryer that actually delivers crispy, juicy results without taking up half your counter or making your kitchen sound like a construction site, you're not alone. A lot of people get burned, literally and figuratively, by appliances that promise convenience but fall short on performance, consistency, or ease of use. And maybe that's where you are right now, trying to figure out if this Tastee ceramic air fryer 5.5 quart model is really worth it. Does it cook evenly? Is it easy to clean? What's the deal with the Smart Probe? Can you actually use it without the app? And is it too small for a full meal? That's exactly what we're going to unpack in this video, honestly and in detail. This isn't a sponsored review, and the goal here is simple. If you're considering this product, I want to help you decide if it actually fits your kitchen and your lifestyle. Because let's face it, nobody wants another gadget collecting dust because it didn't live up to the hype. Now, some quick highlights. This unit heats up to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, which is higher than most in its class. It uses a 2800 RPM motor to speed up cooking, and the ceramic-coated basket is non-toxic, non-stick, and dishwasher safe. It also comes with a built-in smart thermometer, which sounds great, but I'll show you exactly how that works, and if it's actually helpful, or just another feature you might ignore. I'll also cover some downsides you need to know. For example, the control panel sits on top of the unit, which might be awkward if you're on the shorter side. And while it's app compatible, you don't need the app to use it, but that's something we'll go over too. If you find this video helpful, go ahead and like it, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of deep dive review, and feel free to ask questions in the comments. And yes, if you do decide it's a good fit for you, I've left a direct link in the description and pinned comment to make it easier. So, let's talk design, because after performance, the first thing that really matters is whether this air fryer feels like something that belongs on your counter long term, not just another trendy appliance you regret buying. The Tastee ceramic air fryer actually strikes a solid balance between compact and functional. At around 14 inches deep, 10 inches wide, and 12 inches tall, it's small enough to fit under most cabinets, but large enough to cook dinner for 1 to 3 people comfortably. If you're cooking for a larger family on the regular, this might feel a bit tight, but for couples, singles, or light weekday meals, the 5.5 quart capacity holds up surprisingly well. The finish is sleek and minimal in matte black, and the ceramic-coated basket gives it a clean, durable feel. No flaking Teflon here. The ceramic material is not only non-stick and dishwasher safe, but also free of toxic chemicals, which gives peace of mind if you've been trying to move away from traditional non-stick coatings. Now, a quick heads up, the touchscreen control panel sits on top of the unit, which looks great, but might not be ideal for everyone. If you're shorter or have this placed on a higher counter, it could be a bit awkward to see or reach the buttons easily. The interface itself, though, is intuitive. You get a digital display, clearly labeled presets, and even a built-in light and a viewing window, so you don't have to keep pulling out the basket to check on your food. Small details like that really add up in daily use. And unlike some bulkier air fryers with oven-style doors, this one uses the classic drawer-style basket, which keeps heat better contained and reduces countertop clutter. So, in terms of design, it's compact, clean, and thoughtfully built. But be sure to consider how you'll interact with that top panel in your own kitchen setup. Now that we've seen how the Tastee looks and feels on your counter, let's get into what really matters, how it performs when you actually use it. The first thing you'll notice is how quickly this air fryer heats up. Thanks to its 2800 RPM motor, it reaches full temperature faster than most standard models. Combine that with a max heat of 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and you get real browning and crisping, not just hot air blowing around soggy food. In testing everyday meals like frozen fries, chicken thighs, and steak, it handles each one well. The 3-speed airflow fan gives you options: high for crispier textures, low for more delicate foods like fish or veggies. The results: fries come out golden without needing oil, chicken skin gets nice and crisp, while the inside stays juicy, and steak, that's where the smart thermometer probe really shines. The probe automatically monitors the internal temperature of your meat, which takes the guesswork out of doneness. It's surprisingly accurate, comparable to a thermopen, and you don't have to open the basket constantly. If you're someone who hates overcooking food or cutting into meat just to check, this feature might become your new favorite. However, a quick word of caution: if you don't use probes often or prefer full manual control, this feature can feel a bit overcomplicated. Thankfully, it's optional, You can always use manual settings or presets if that's more your style. The 24 presets are another plus. Bacon, wings, fish, even popcorn. It's all there with one-touch simplicity. That said, you might want to tweak times and temps depending on your preferences. Presets are helpful, but not perfect for everyone. Another real benefit, the internal light and viewing window let you monitor progress without losing heat. It seems minor, but when you're cooking something delicate, it makes a difference. After a few meals, even the most high-tech air fryer can wear out its welcome if it's hard to use or a pain to clean. So let's talk about how the Tastee ceramic air fryer performs in real, everyday kitchen routines. The first thing most people notice? It's surprisingly quiet. Unlike other models that sound like a hairdryer on max speed, this one runs with a low, steady hum, even when the fan is on high. That's a real plus if you have an open kitchen or cook while others are watching TV or sleeping. Now, about the control panel. Yes, it's intuitive once you get used to it, but depending on your comfort with digital interfaces, there is a bit of a learning curve, especially with the preset customization. If you're used to older, analog air fryers, it might take a few tries to feel confident navigating all the features. That said, once you dial in your favorite settings, the machine remembers them, which is great for routines. And while the app is optional, it can be helpful. It doesn't just let you control the fryer remotely, it gives you access to over 60 curated recipes with suggested settings and step-by-step instructions. Still, if you're not into apps or smart devices, you won't be missing out on core functionality. When it comes to cleaning, performance varies depending on what you're cooking. After a steak or bacon, expect some grease buildup in the corners of the basket and drip tray, which might require more than just a rinse. A soft brush or non-scratch scrub pad gets the job done. Less messy foods like veggies or frozen items come out with minimal cleanup. Storage-wise, this model doesn't come with a built-in cord wrap or storage case, so keep that in mind if you move your appliances in and out of cabinets. Its lightweight body, just over 10 pounds, makes it easy to carry though. So, after digging into everything, the design, the performance, the everyday usability, here's my honest take. The Tastee ceramic air fryer is not just another trendy kitchen gadget. It's a thoughtfully designed, high-performance tool for people who want fast, reliable, and healthier cooking without the hassle. If you're someone who cooks for 1 to 3 people, values even results, and doesn't want to deal with toxic non-stick coatings or clunky interfaces, this model hits the mark. The ceramic basket makes cleanup easier than most. The built-in thermometer adds real value, especially for meats. And the preset memory helps streamline your routine. And while it's not the cheapest on the market, what you get in durability, safety, and smart features makes the price easier to justify. That said, it's not for everyone. If you regularly cook for larger groups, prefer manual dials over touchscreens, or need an appliance that tucks away neatly with cord storage, you might want to keep looking. But for the average home cook who wants performance without complexity, this is a solid pick. It's not just an appliance, it's a reliable kitchen assistant that can easily become part of your everyday cooking flow. If you found this review helpful, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below sharing your biggest frustration with kitchen appliances. I'd love to hear your stories. And who knows, maybe that'll be the topic of the next video. And remember, if you decide this model is a good fit for you, I've left the direct link in the description and pinned comment to make things easier.